Hello TrackMania mappers! Today I want to show you how to do a GPS with a countdown in the start. And the first thing you should remember is don't start to make your GPS if your track isn't fully finished, because you will need a replay or probably the author time to show the GPS. As soon as you're happy with your author time, save this replay and then get into the media tracker under in-game. First of all, we need 2 triggers. If you don't know how the media tracker works, check my other introduction video, but you will probably be fine if you stay here. So, okay, we need 2 triggers and we can rename these. Let's rename the first one to GPS, and that one should be right at the start. And the second trigger is our reset trigger, and we want to cancel the countdown when we leave the start. So let's put it here or even all the way around. Depends on your map. Okay, the reset can be left empty and that will reset any other triggers that were triggered before. And then, as we want to make a countdown, we start with text. One text block. We want to do like 3 seconds, so let's make this one 1 second long. And put in GPS in 3. Okay, now we have a 1 second of GPS in 3. And we want to place it where the player can read it. Keep in mind, a lot of servers have UI on the sides, so don't put it too much to the side. Click on the key, and with right click you can grab it directly in the screen. I will put it here on the left. And keep in mind, the second key doesn't have these values, so now the text will be moving. And you can click on a key, press Ctrl C, click on the second one, press Ctrl V, and it will copy the info from the left. Now that we have our first GPS text, we can Ctrl C the whole thing, Ctrl V, and move it over to the first second. Change the text to GPS in 2. Ctrl V the first one more time. Okay, this is ugly. You don't have to, but I will sort them like this. Okay, now we have the countdown. Let's validate it. And we see a problem. They all overlap. That's easily fixable. We have to untick this. Keep the last block of the track active in all 3. See that again. Okay, so the countdown works. After that, we want to show the ghost. But let's make it just a little bit nicer by putting in a fading transition between those. And the fading transition can be very short. Let's put this one to start at 3 and only go to 350. And with the fading transition, we need another key in the middle. So go to the middle and press K. And the fading transition shall be transparent in the beginning, transparent in the end, but fully black in the middle. And now at this middle part we can sneakily switch to the GPS. Alright, now that we have the countdown, we can import our replay to make it the GPS. Go into my replays, it should be the last one, and put it to start at 325, where the transition is opaque. for us to watch the replay, we need another track to follow it using the player camera. And we want it to be the same size as the ghost, and there's a shortcut where we can do this. Click on the first key, then hold shift and click on the key you want to go to. And let's do the same for the end. Click the key, hold shift, click on this, and now it's the same length. And this is the player camera, and it has a target, and we want to target the ghost. That's all we have to do. Let's see if it worked. First of all, let's see if the reset works. Yes, it does. And let's see if the GPS works. No, it doesn't. Here we have two options. Okay, so it's the first one. I'm not sure why it's showing two, but if you have this problem as well, cycle through the targets and see what works. Okay, let's again make this fully premium and Control C, Control V the transition, and also put that in the end. And then we have a nice transition in the end. Also, as soon as we drive through the finish, the camera will hang around in the air, and we want it to snap back to our player. And to do that, we need to untick all the keep the last block of the track active. Select options. Nice. If you would want to do something like GPS back, you would have only the text in this first trigger. That can be shown indefinitely, and then you would place the actual GPS down here. And then you do the same as I have shown you just before. And the same is true for if you have a fake finish in the beginning, then just put the triggers in the fake finish and make the text GPS right, or ignore the text part as a whole. That's all for today. If you need some help with link checkpoints or the basics of the advanced editor, check my other videos. And also subscribe. I have a video about the top 20 tracks of the month coming. I think you will enjoy. Until then, goodbye.